day, everyone. Just getting everything pinned around here. In the background, we'll get the Twitter going. The Twitter. You love it how I call it the Twitter? Instead of, here we go, here we go. Let's pin that up. Boom, boom. All right. We are getting ready. Today is the 22nd. Powerful day in just the 22. We didn't get a chance to do all of that live yesterday. We are going to check all of it out again today. Still checking on the meme stocks. Let's get rocking and rolling with the limits. 685.40, 616.28, 267.79, 490 and 80 cents there. All right, let's share out those limits for today. I don't think we're gonna hit them, but you know me, I've been doing this since 2020, so why not just continue with what works? All right, there are the limits for today. Boom. All right, let's get some tunes going. All right. Let's go here. Let's try this one. See how this works. Okay, so we do have the SPY over here moving up. Let's background stuff there. All right, welcome. Let's get the chat going. Great day, Glenn. I'm not seeing that yet showing up over here, so I have to keep that up. Awesome. All right, so we have Intel that had earnings today. Let's see what other upgappers we've got. I'm having issues with my mouse again. All right, another way to do this is I will have to deal with that later. I've got gremlins, mouse gremlins. It's no fun. Do you find, I don't know, that basically I am finding that there's issues with my Apple more and more. I don't know if it's just me. Do you guys have Apple product issues? I'm definitely having Apple product issues. My mother too, my mother-in-law as well. So that is just no buenos. There we go. Well, what's going on there? Isn't that weird? Close that. Thank you. There we go. There we go. All right. So FCX as well. So let's go check out some FCX copper futures. Some weird things are going on, I have to say. All right. So we've got FCX. The music is too loud. I'm screaming. We're going to erase this on that. All right, FCX. Let's go to Intel continuation. Let's do a little Intel continuation. If you have any stocks or crypto, obviously put them in the chat. We will talk about them. Daily point of control. It did not save from yesterday. That's quite okay. Right? Or it's coming up post market today. So that's going to be a, hold on here, italics, because it's happening after hours. We already had Netflix. Let's see what we have going on with Netflix. Up after earnings yesterday, above that big money level. Looks like they were buying down there at 83.38. Right, 4.54 billion. 83.38. Let's check out Nvda. up on the day, coming to test that trend line, testing the January 1st level. Of 184.78. I'm just gonna put this over here. There we go. Let's look at Tesla. It's also, oh yeah, extended hours, perfectamundo. So Tesla, we're looking up as well, moving the market up. So that's 2.39 billion. The big 7, rocking it. However, big money is still above at 446.46. I'm not even going to look over there because it's not accurate. All right, let's come here. We've got some major movers today. SXTP, lower float probably. Yep, 1 million. If you like low float, small cap, SXTP, IOTR. Yeah, that one's starting to roll over 700,000. Big money's at 809. Let's go to SOXL, semiconductor. Let's look at SMH. That's going to likely be leading to the upside as an ETF. Very nice over there. We've got UNG, Boyle. Roller is back at it again today, up to 30. Let's come on over here. Let's put on the anchored VWAP here, 1552. It's not looking like a long to me. However, it is up on the day. We can see from yesterday, the big money is down at 773. If we go forward just to today, are we up or below? I'm going to say 1021 right there at present. We've got Snap. We've got Open on the move. We've got ONDS on the move. Micron killing it. Massive gap. Look at that. Nice potential gap fill to come back and pull back. So since earnings over here, big money's at 345.13. Let's check out some of the, I know I am on at 9 o'clock on Trade the Pool. I will post that link. Actually, let me see if I can grab that now. So let's go back to here. All right. Make sure that this is off. There we go. All right. So for 9 o'clock today, you can jump right on over. That's going to be our link for 9 o'clock to be a seamless transition. Mobileye pulling back, definitely putting that down here below 208. I know that Mitch is going to definitely want to talk about Mobileye. He is a big Mobileye fan. So we have earnings happening this morning. Looks like it happened right there at 7 o'clock. I'm going to put this, peg it right to the 7 a.m. level. It's looking at 10:30 right at the moment for that big money level. All right, so let's see what else. We got Procter & Gamble, GE, some of the bigger names. Procter & Gamble had earnings this morning, pulled back a bit. We tend to see that, you know, during COVID, Procter & Gamble really did well. The consumer goods really did beautifully during that time. All right, 2 seconds. Dropping the price on one of the condos. So let me just make sure I like the price. I like it. We are looking to get rid of it. We've now had it on, what, since October. So it's time to be a bit more aggressive. Yes, yes. All right. Use. Finish. Alrighty, that should be good. Download, separate. Done. Okay. Got that done. If you guys are interested, shoot me a DM, put a comment in. I will get you the info. So this is at 144 is the big money level for Procter and Gamble. Let's check out GE. Whew, that's a bigger drop. We've got 1.1% for GE off of earnings. I'm starting to see a bit of pattern. Now, if Netflix was anything to follow, they are pulling them back to enter to potentially take them higher, right? 314.63. You know, I saw something that it's like the reason why moms are just so exhausted at the end of the day is because they end up having to move throughout their day with constant interruption. They have constant interruption of their thought process, and yet they still have all these tasks that they have to get done. So that when moms are busy, they are just like managing so many balls in the air. And that's why by middle of the day, moms are exhausted because of mental exhaustion. All right, ASTS, right there. Nice one there, Glenn. I'll put it over here on the side. All right, let's tweet out what we are covering today. All right, so let's see here. Let's copy paste, and then we'll add in our, I'm gonna add on Greenland to that. All right, we got Intel. We have Netflix, continuation earnings, Nvda, Tesla, Micron, FCX earnings, Moby, PG, GE, ASTS. That is not earnings. All right. Ooh, let's also put on here PSLV, and yeah, that is good. That is good. Bravo, bravo. All right, let's do PG. That's a bold. It's already happened. GE as well. Let's go to Moby. Has not happened. Yes? It's saying this morning, I pegged it to the 7. I wonder if we have a time for their call. Moby reported. So it has reported, so that is, these two as well are going to be bold. All right, let's get after it. Let's go ahead and rock this. Let's put this over here as well. And crypto, and let's target the cryptos that we're talking about here. All right, so I'm going to check out the big money levels. Did they change at all? What do you think? You think they changed their big money levels? I think so. If you are on Twitter, if you can give me a comment, if you're on Twitch, and can you give me a comment and let me know if the chat is working. 691.95, they have not moved that yet for their January level. Still above us. How about the Qs? Wee, wee. All right, so for the Qs, I'm just going back to see. This is October. All right, so October level is above us. 621.16. It is not above us. It's just below us. 621.16. They did move that though. And the other level, 619.88. All right, so we are hanging out in position zone, not above, not below, but starting to see that they are potentially positioning on the Qs. The Russell, have they moved it yet? 261.34 now. So that is moving to the upside. And the Dow. Great day. Thank you so much, Terry. Appreciate that. 492.73. All right, Dow, we are still seeing that they are testing and dancing around that level. Let's get into the crypto segment. If you are new to watching, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. And what do I follow? I've been in the stock market for over 25 years. I follow where the big money is located and use that to determine longer term positions, but also on the intraday as well. So on the longer term, it's going to be pretty much this gray level right here that I'm looking at. So for the daily for Bitcoin, it's 91,261 and 41 cents above us. That means that they have sold. All right. For Ethereum, 31.10 and 45 cents. Jane, how can this fluctuate? They could cancel trades. They could add on trades. So that's how it can move around, because it's not always going to be the same price level. 0.2105. Let's get rid of this 9 over here. The jobless claims. Hot air, babe. Hot air. The fireside chat. Yesterday we were talking on Trade the Pool. I was like, the fireside chat. We get to hear, you know, Trump's fireside chat. We get to warm up with his hot air. Okay. Let's also look at crypto fear and greed. 51. Yesterday was definitely a bigger moving day. I called that out early on. We're going to see crypto, in my opinion, move to the upside. All right. So XLM 0.2150. We're seeing a big push for tokenization of stocks. They're saying that they're tokenizing it on the Solana network. So as they add tokens, that could drive the Solana underlying price up because they're issuing it out on the network, and you would pretty much, need Solana tokens to buy any of those tokenized stocks. All right, let's go back into creating day trades here. We've got 20 minutes. Gonna rocket through these, see if we can get it all the way. So for the intraday day trade setups, I'm looking to see where is that big volume from the beginning of the trading day. For Forex, commodities, futures, it's going to be starting last night. For stocks at 4 a.m. So right now it's 90, 43, and 36 cents. So as a potential long trade, going to say, let's bring it up above this blue dotted line. You know it, that is my exponential moving average, my 200 exponential. I'm just making sure that I turned everything back on over here that needs to be on. Okay, we're good. Everything's looking good. All right, so above 90, 150 we're gonna do, because that's dropping. Or below, over here, below this Camarilla, we're gonna do 750, 89, 750. I feel like I want to raise this just a hair. There we go. Oh, feels better on my body. Okay. Oh, look at that. No joke. Look at where it just bounced. Oh my gosh. It's so awesome when that happens. 90, 150. All right, let's go to Ethereum here. Ethereum, big guys sold up here. So we got to go above. Let's go 30-20. 30-20. Or below this big money level right here. 29. No, I don't want it up there. Isn't that interesting? I wanted to bring it right there. Let's go 29.60. Let's let it get away from all of that, and then we've got a bigger move down there. 29.60 and 30.20. Big money is at 30.19 and 36 cents on the intraday. XRP. I'm getting a little parched this morning. Make sure you have a copper water bottle. Good for essential copper nutrients. Leave water in it overnight, and you will be getting your daily dose of copper that you need. Important for thyroid function. A great way to hydrate and also have your copper that you need. A win all the way around. $1.92 and a half, or above $1.96. And the intraday big money is at 195.66. All right, let's go to XLM. All right, XLM, let's put it up here, up above. I would love 0.215. Let's go 215.7 or below. 0.213. 0.213. 0.2157. Big money is at 0.215150. Boom. Positioning again. All right, let's go to Doge. I do have a lot of tokenized stocks on XLM. When they were mentioning back in 21 that they were going to tokenize stocks, I was like, yay, I'm early. This is amazing. And then I was like, yeah, it's not happening. They're going to try to push it. In my opinion, it's not going to happen. That's just my opinion, though. Do with it what you will. I'm still believing in the stocks for now. 0.12488, 0.1266, 0.12588 is, oops, 0.12588 is the intraday point of control. All right, let's go to Solana over here. All right, 130.80 and 129.60. Big money's at 130.16, 129.60, 130.16, and 130.80 there. Let's go to Zcash. Zcash is in the wallet. That is digital. That is what Klaus Schwab would like. I wonder how old Klaus Schwab is. Anybody know? You guys know how old Klaus Schwab is? 356. Let's move it on up. 357, actually. 357 for a potential short on Zcash. Other way around. And 364 for a potential long. Okay, 357, 364. Intraday point of control, 362.87. There we go. There we go. All right, let me tweet that out. And we're going to get into, we'll do the indexes. And then we will continue on as time permits. All right, let's go to the indexes right now. Let's go to the indexes. Let's do the Dow first. So we're checking this out, checking that big money level, right, that they were trading off of in the past. Let's make this a 5-minute chart. $493 here and 492. You know, it seems like a great place for them to really take it and then drop it would be 500, right? Let's go just to 500 and let's get everybody sucked in. We're in positioning right here in between, but 2 green quarters below us. Let's look at the Russell. Ooh, Russell, big gappity gap. Is it going to be a gap down? We're talking about this on Trade the Pool, how this could really be an indication of where the market goes. 268.80, 269.50. Big money below on all of those. All right, here we go. 622. Ooh, something just happened because it's dropping. Why? Well, I don't really care. But I see the levels right here that I'm looking at are 621. Yeah, and 622. So we are green across the board, but positioning a little bit still there from the other quarters. So we're green in the short term, but positioning longer term for the SPY. Interesting, interesting. Don't want to move that trend line. We did bounce off that trend line. Love it when that happens. Feeling like the air in my house is super dry. 689.50. Big money's at 688.76 and 688.20 right there. All right. 688.20, 689.50. So we are red in the short term, green overall. Going to tweet that out as well. We're going to add that on over here. Hold on. Ooh la la. Bear with me. I forgot to hit copy. All right. There we go. That's done. Let's get into the stocks. Let's also check out UVXY quick. Let's do the inverse indicators. Where's our big money level? Ooh, 35.11. Look at that. Only 2 days. 34.98. VXX. 26.19. And we are at 26.30. UVIX. 552. And we are at 541. Greens. Do you see how we have had that trend movement? 34, and we are still above on the SPX. S 34.45. So that's still saying a little bit of sell action. 66.66, and we are at 66.07. SRTY. I got woken up bright and early this morning. Look at the big major volume yesterday, and we're below it for SRTY. 35.55. Great day. Yep. Always some good earnings stuff. And we are at 32.39. Ooh la la. 35.55. 32.39. SDOW. 29.68, and we are at 29.63. PSQ, the inverse to the Qs, 29.94, and we are at 29.88. So that is another green. I gotta fix a couple of these. This one, and oh no, that one's working. Let's go to ZSL, the silver short. Have they changed their position yet? Nope. 293, and we are at 278. That should be your green. So this should be green. We'll deal with it later. All right, so right now getting pretty much green signals across the board. We are up above everything. Let's look at Intel. Intel, Earnings coming up tonight after hours. Tall, dark cloud cover right now on the day. Big money's at 54.88 intraday. Let's put it 55.03. Why? Because there's a Camarilla right there. And let's go below this 200 exponential. Let's go to 53.40 right here. 53.40 as a potential short. 55.03. And daily point of control is going to be at 40.08. Intel, yeah, we're on it right now. Very nice, very nice. What was your entry? Are you going to hold it through earnings, a little bit of a gamble, or are you going to sell out before the end of the day? That was my question. All right, so Intel big money is below us. Sorry, Netflix big money is below us. Put it 85.49 is where they're located. Let's go below 84.99 because it could come all the way back down. We've got some bigger movement here, but I'm going to give it that 85 round number and 85.88. 43 will add if earnings are good. All right. Netflix. Oh, you know what I didn't check? You guys should have reminded me. 84.99 here. And 85.88. Let's look at our short volumes. Ding, ding. Here we go. Short volumes. Let's check out meme short volume. Why? Because I'm in on it long term. And I like to see what's going on. Are we due to have a short squeeze? Let's also check out the silver trades. Silver short volume, is it still up above 50? This is insane. Are these silver shorts not like, are they not getting it? You are creating the move to the upside. There is such a shortage of silver. What they are doing is just sheer manipulation of silver. And here's the thing. There are 500 million ounces typically produced a year. Production, right? Mined, produced. 500 million. The banks are short 4 billion ounces. Does that make any sense? 4 billion ounces, 500 million. We're looking at 8 times. The price could go up 8 times. If everybody bought 8 silver coins, guess what? You do your part to actually increase the money in your wallet, right? If everybody went out, there is a place, I'm not affiliated with them, although I'm thinking I want to. Money Metals. They have it in stock right here, Money Metals Exchange. Ding, right here. They have it in stock, right? They will sell you one below spot price right here. Buy, specials, copy. I'm going to put that in the chat for you guys. This is where you can go. You guys can get silver on sale, right? Bargain bin silver overstock. Any quantity pricing, buy silver cheap. Premium, only 3/4 an ounce. Get 90% silver coins for $1 below spot, right? Can be half dollars, $2 below spot. Collectors, coins. So check it out, right? Check it out. They say there's 8 billion people on Earth, 4 billion ounces of silver total in the world, and they've shorted 4 billion. The banks don't have it, so it's a crazy short squeeze in the making. All right, let's go to short volumes on, I got off of that, I got on the Intel was only 35% short, so not likely a short squeeze on the open. Netflix had earnings, 43% there. In the chat, I do have the link for the YouTube stream. I will be on at 9 o'clock, so I will be jumping off here and on over there. Tesla is 44. %. All right, let's go back to Nvda quick. Nvidia is still testing. We got to break above this trend line here. 185. I like it. That's an older level, but I still like it. 184 would be optimal because of the round number, but we have this right here. So 183, 96, and 185. Bravo, bravo. Let's do Tesla. $437.50. $435.80. All right, let's go to Micron. You need to buy some more silver coins. Do it, Terry. No time like the present. Even if you dollar cost average in, I got in at 18. I just bought a fair amount. Hey, great day. Yeah, you know what, Jaspreet? Gold is amazing too. I will say that I know that there is more of a use to silver, and it is being consumed way more than it is being produced, which is where this price action is coming from. The banks have shorted it. Industrials are using it. The miners want to sell where? They want to sell directly to industrials instead of at a higher price than, say, to COMEX, right? So COMEX is not getting the silver because they can sell directly to China. They can sell directly to other companies overseas. Howdy, Fish and Deer. Howdy, howdy. You guys are jumping on. You know what? I'm going to have to be signing off here. We're going to finish up FCX, copper mining stock here. That is earnings reporting. Yeah, will do, will do. Let's see, 59.20 here. So FCX 59.20, 61.23. The float here for FCX, which is a copper. I think I might want to start buying kilos of copper. Just call me the copper kilo lady. Just kidding. I don't have any. But I might. All right, big money level since earnings. 59.64, right in the middle. All right, MSTR. Right over here. You bought it at 150. Very nice, very nice. We do have some bigger money levels hanging out right there. It tested 3/4 above us, so I would watch out. I would say, hey, if it goes below 162.50, I might get out, right? That's just my thought on it. I'm going to pop in. Here we go. This is where we're going right now. Jumping on over there. Join me over on Trade the Pool. I'll see you there in just about 5 minutes, 4 minutes now. Have an amazing trading day. Carpe Profit, seize those profits one trade at a time.